My name is Angela Aesop, and in this video here I'm going to show you how I made this table runner. So in this project here, you will notice that I will be using the double crochets in a different way. As you can tell, there is groups of 5 double crochets alternated with only 1 double crochets in between each of these, and I call each group a shell. Okay, and that kind of like makes it look really neat because row after row you keep repeating that pattern and it keeps building itself up. Now another skill that you will learn here is how to change color. In every row we're going to pick a different color, so there will be a little bit of back and forth between colors and it gets a little entangled sometimes. So that's the challenge of working with colors, but it does look really nice at the end, so it's worth kind of suffering a little bit for the sake of color. The materials you're going to use here will be worsted weight yarn. I used Red Heart and I picked 4 colors and I think they looked really great for the fall. So you will probably be able to use this during your Thanksgiving table or decorating while we celebrate the season. Then also you need a 5mm crochet hook, and then at the end make sure you have a dull pointed needle with a big eye and scissors. So that's pretty much it. It's not a difficult project. It goes as long as your table needs it to be. Chain 45. I chain 3 first and then I make my knot. Okay, now I have 1 chain, chain 44 more, plus this one makes 45. 45 chains. So we're going to be working into round 1, and the only stitch you're going to use is the double crochet. You need to find the 6th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one right there. Okay, that's the one you're after. Okay, grab the loop. I'm just keeping my hand here just so I know where it is. I want to do 1 double crochet right there. There we go. Okay, there. It's not just 1 double crochet. You actually have to do 5 double crochets here. So if I did 1, let's do 4 more. 2, 3, 4. There. So 4. Oh, wait a minute. No, 1 more. Thought I counted it right. Gotta be 5. There. 5 double crochets in the same spot, in that same initial foundation chain. Cool? All right, so moving on, you have to now watch here on your foundation chain. What is your next stitch? So this one here kind of became really nice and big, right? That it kind of stretches out. That's the way it is. So the next stitch is here. You gotta skip that one, and the next one is here, and you gotta skip that one too. So you must skip 2 chains, and then insert your hook in the 3rd one. So first one skipped, second skipped. That's the 3rd chain from this beginning here. 1, 1, 2, 3, right there. That's where you will do 1 double crochet. Just 1. Now we move on to the next. Again, skip 2. That's one you skip, that's one you skip, that's the next one. And that's where you go and do 5 double crochets again. There it is. All right, now it's just the same pretty much from here. Double crochet, skip 2, yarn over, skip 2, and double crochet right there, just 1. Double crochet again, skip 2, here we go, this time we do 5. So this is what you do throughout the entire row until the end, where you're going to finish with 1 double crochet. I will meet you at the end. There. So here it is, the last 5 double crochets in that one. Then you see that you will have to skip 2, and that lands at the very end. And that's where you do 1 more double crochet, and round 1 is finished. Since we're changing color, do not finish this double crochet. Let go of the orange and grab the next color. In my case, it's going to be red. Here with both fingers, middle and thumb, now bring it behind your unfinished double crochet and then finish it. Hold it tight. There it is. All right, and then from here we chain 3 and then you turn. So from now on you need to be you need to pay attention. Where do you insert your 5 double crochets? Because obviously this is not a chain anymore. Now we're going to be building upon the double crochets you already did, right? So here you have these 5 double crochets. So luckily number 5 gives us a middle point. Yeah, so there is this middle double crochet right there, and that's the one that you need to find the top, the first 2 loops in the top, and that's going to be where you will do your next 5 double crochets. It's kind of very, very clear that that one is exactly the middle, right there at the top. Good, so let's do 5 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so now we have to do 1 double crochet, and it's very visual here. The double crochet on the round before was right here, so you got to do another double crochet right on it. This is the stitch that it formed. It's kind of like a chain, a stitch, whatever. And that's where you will insert your hook to do that 1 double crochet. And again, now it's a series of 5. Make sure you find the middle. And as you can see, it's going to be 5 double crochets on top of the other on every single round. And the lonely double crochets are also landing one on top of each other until the end of the work. That's why we call them aligned shells. Right? There we go. So from here, you keep repeating this idea until you get to the end. And that's where we will change color one more time. And I will meet you there. Do 1 more turn. Actually, I will do 2 more turns here with you. So that you get all 4 colors in, and then from there I'll let you grow your work as long as you like. I have a fairly long table, so this is going to be a long table runner for me, but you make it as long as you like. All right, so here I'm finishing my last 5. And there we go. How do I do my last double crochet? So you have to find the top of this curvy part here, which was, what was this again? Remember the 5, the first 6, not 5, the first 6 skipped chains in the beginning. Yeah, so they become, they're like this guy's double crochet here. Yeah, so you need to find the top, which is right here, more or less right there, and it doesn't matter if you go from the top or from the side, as long as you can get your hook in. And double crochet. Do not finish the double crochet though, because we are going to switch color. Hold it with your middle and thumb right behind the unfinished double crochet, and then you finish. Chain 3, turn around, and double crochet in the middle of the shell. Another 5 here. Good. So I'm going to finish this row, and then I will do change color one more time. All right, so in this one here, I'm stopping 2 shells before, and I'm going to do something here. I'm going to make a mistake here on purpose, because sometimes these mistakes happen, and this one is easy to just disguise. It's really not a big deal. So sometimes when we do the 5 here, if you are slightly distracted, you end up doing 4 instead of 5. What if? And then you only realize that in the other row, and then you did probably, in this case, I did it at the end of the row, but what if it happened over here? Then you have to open the whole thing. You don't really need to. So I'm going to show you what to do on the next round, okay? So I did in purpose, I just did 4 here. There. Okay. One last double crochet on the top here of the chain 3. Don't finish it. Let's switch colors. Okay, change the color and chain 3. Turn around and find the middle of the shell. And then imagine you kind of didn't notice that mistake, and you're like, oh no, the next shell only has 4 double crochets. Oh gosh, do I have to unravel the whole thing? In this case, maybe yes, because it's nearby, but what if it was way in the beginning of the other row? It's really not a big deal. What you can do, here we go, there's one more there, and that's the one here that has just 4. Simply pick the middle part, whatever, wherever it is, this one or this one, something. That loop right there just looks good. And then do your 5 double crochets right there. You know, on the overall look, nobody will notice. Does that make sense? There we go. Nobody really will notice that there is only 4 here, just in case it happens. All right, good. So I am going to continue here. From now on, I'm just repeating my colorful pattern until the desired length. I will meet you at the end of the row. So what to do with the end? So every time you need to change colors, because from now on, for example, when I'm done here, I will need to grab orange, and orange is still here. So what I do, I snip orange off. I leave a little bit of about 3 inches or 4, and get the orange ready to use again on this side. And that happens with every color. So by the end of your work, you're going to have a lot of open ends. And when I'm done here with my desired length, I'm going to meet with you again. And then I will show you what to do with the open ends and how to finish your project. So here it is. Yeah, so I ended up doing 60 rows. Okay, and that was long enough for my table, so you might do it longer or slightly shorter depending on the size of your table. So I did 60 rows, which ended up here on the tan. So I did one more row in orange just to finish up in the same color that I started here in the bottom. So right now I have to finish up the edge here, because this edge here is wavy, while the one here where I started is not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some slip stitches all the way through here so that it looks nice and straight and not wavy, because that's important for us to continue doing the trimming. So this is what you do. We are not changing colors. I am doing it in orange. So here we go. I chain 1 and turn. So actually what I did was 60 rows plus 1 more to finish the color, to finish with the same color I started. So that makes it 61. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slip stitch throughout every single stitch that I see, okay? And then when I get here to this single, this double crochet, this lonely double crochet here, you will notice that there is a stitch here and that there is a stitch there. On these 2 stitches, I will have to slip stitch twice, all right, all the way around. So here we go, slip stitch on the first one. And remember how you do a slip stitch? You simply insert, pull the yarn and pull it right through. Insert, pull the yarn and pull it right through. That is your slip stitch. It makes a very tiny, narrow stitch. Now here it is. I'm just right there. The 2 stitches, one before and one after this double crochet post here. So I'm going to do 2 slip stitches here and 2 slip stitches here. And then I'm back to the 5 double crochets, and that's where I do 1 on each stitch, 1 slip stitch on each stitch. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Oh, here we go. 2 here and 2 here. There we go. So that's it. You have to do that until the end of the row. So I'm gonna pass forward, let you work on it. You stop and take as long as you need, and then we meet from there. There we go. So here we are at the end. So I have to do 1 more here, and there we go. I did the slip stitch on every single stitch. So that kind of makes my edging here a little bit more on the straight side other than wavy. It's still slightly wavy, but that's all I really can imagine is possible to do. It's all right. It's slightly different from the beginning too. The beginning has more spaces and holes, but I don't think it really is a big deal. Nobody's gonna go and fuss over things like that. It's not really a problem. Now from here, now we have to do the trimming, and I'm gonna continue doing the trimming in orange. But before that, we have to deal with the open ends. So what you have to do, you just tie a knot, and I think 2 knots on each side is enough. All right, and you do that all around. Yes, this is a little bit of time-consuming work, but you gotta close those open ends. And what I'm going to do is I want these edges here, these open ends, just about as long as, I would say, about, it's less than 1 inch, huh? Less than that. About 3/4 of an inch, all right, long. Because when we come back to this, I'm gonna show you how to tuck them in as you do your trimming, okay? So I leave you here again, working on this here all around, closing the ends, and then we meet again.